Uninstalled podcast episode 6 with our guest today, Waylon. How are you doing, sir?
To quote the great Fred Durst, it's one of those days.
So, for anyone that might click on this that isn't familiar with the kind of content do you make, like what kind of videos do you make? What kind of games do you play?
I do everything General Sam does except shittier. Literally, that's all I do. I'm like, let's take some fucking crappy lo-fi hip-hop beat, fucking edit, make a animated text in Blender, and then add a TV filter and then throw it over my like intros.
Hell yeah. I will say, from watching your videos, I do really appreciate your slower pace you have, because some of this, like the zoomer fast-paced shit I watch is just, like, it literally overstimulates me, and I'm like, I can't fucking watch this.
That's quite literally the whole reason I make the content I make. Like, it's been such a long evolution of how my content has changed from when I started back in 2012 to the content I make now, because I don't understand the appeal of like this fast-paced content where it's just boom, 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 because it doesn't keep me engaged wanting to watch it. All it does is just tick all the boxes for my ADHD, and I just can't turn away from it. That's all it does.
Yeah.
I keep my, like, I try to keep my pacing for my videos like slow paced enough where you can follow it, but it's also fast enough where that 10 minutes will go by pretty quickly if you're watching it.
Yeah, because I appreciate the, like, sometimes in your videos you'll just include some clips. It'll be like a 2-minute run of just, some funny things that are going on in the game. I mean, there's so many different games that you've played that it literally has made me think, I'm like, I gotta start playing different shit, because like, it'll be kind of week to week you change it up. I mean, what have you made? Like, is it 2 Battlefield 6 videos you've done so far?
2 BF6 videos. I'm actually working on a hardline video now, which, funnily enough, I do bring that up. The fact that, like, I may as well be a Battlefield channel at this point. Did a Hell Let Loose video. My thing is like, I kind of consider myself like a I don't know what the correct word to use. You might want to blur this out, because I know it's I believe it's a derogatory word to some people, but
Oh.
I'm like the traveler. I'm like the traveling family of YouTubers, in the sense that, like, I don't stick to one game. I'm a nomadic guy. I kind of bounce between different games because I get burnt out super easily. Like, growing up, not grown up, but in my teens, I played a whole lot of NBA 2K, a whole lot of Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty. Like, I played all that shit, and all of that shit sucks ass now, and there's nothing that really piques my interest. I'm super jaded, so it takes a lot for something to truly get my attention.
Yeah, there's nothing I love more than convincing myself to buy 2K and playing it for 2 days and never touching it again.
Well, having friends that play it a lot definitely help.
Yeah.
My buddies have been convincing me for over a year at this point to get a PS5 so I can play 2K, and I'm like, fellas, I'm gonna play it for like a week and I'm never gonna be on there again.
Yeah, I did see your community post about your hardline video. How's it coming along?
Well, much like the Mighty Buffalo, it's taking its sweet time. The reason why I upload like every 2 weeks, like, I have very bad ADHD. Like, I was diagnosed as a young child, and it was getting worse and worse. Like, I was taking meds for it, but eventually I quit taking it because we couldn't afford it. And though I managed throughout school excuse me, I'm fucking messing up my ability to speak. I managed to get my ADHD under control while I was in high school, and I was able to graduate and do all right. But as I've gotten older, I've realized how bad my ADHD is getting. And that's why it takes so long for me to get these videos out. Like, realistically, if I just started taking my meds again and, put forth some more time and effort in this, I could probably put these videos out about once a week. But the reason why I don't want to do that is I just feel like it's not going to be genuine. I don't feel like I'm putting my heart and soul into it. I feel like I'm relying on a stimulant or ADHD meds just to get something done.
Yeah, I mean, I could
You know what
definitely
I
relate
mean?
to that. I've been on like some fucking, like, obviously it's not the same thing. I don't think I have ADHD, but I've been on like anti-anxiety shit before, and it did kind of make me feel like, I wasn't really like the truest form of myself. It felt like I was like a diluted version of myself. So I do definitely get that. And I hear a lot of people with ADHD talk about, just saying negative things about like Ritalin or different things that different drugs that are out there. So
I mean, it made me thin as a rail for the longest time, and eventually, like, I I took Ritalin at one point, took Adderall, but eventually I quit taking it, and I put on a shit ton of weight. So now I'm built like a fucking like NFL lineman.
The mullet
Fucking
compliments it. I will say the mullet does compliment it.
yeah, you give me a fucking cigarette and a coke addiction, I'm like primed and ready for 80s NFL football.
um, you mentioned General Sam before. Was he kind of your like main inspiration, or did you pull any inspiration from other creators like when you were first starting out?
So way back in like 2014, I had never heard of General Sam. I want to say I started getting into Let's Plays around 2013-ish. Like I just found Markiplier and PewDiePie. Like I'm not even kidding. Like those are like the two pillars that started everything.
Yeah.
And Markiplier is from my area. Like he grew up
Oh,
in
okay.
Cincinnati. Yeah, I've met the guy. Um, but I watch these guys a lot, and I was like, wow, they play Happy Wheels. Like I could just film myself playing Happy Wheels on my phone, and that's what I did at first on my OG channel that I used to make skate tapes on.
Mm.
And then I decided to start recording Minecraft gameplay and Slender because that was really big at the time. And that's what I was doing. I was basically just trying to be a Let's Play channel. That was the whole point, was to just do that and then start playing Gmod when I got a laptop.
Oh
But
yeah.
eventually I decided to stop doing it. My laptop had broke. I didn't even have internet at the time, so there
Mm.
really was no point to me making videos. So I was just kind of hanging out doing nothing, and then I get probably one of the most insane deals of all time. Like Donald Trump would be proud of this. I traded an Xbox 360 for a PS4, which I still have to this day.
God damn. Okay. Yeah, that is the fucking
Yeah.
deal of all deals.
The kid in my class, he was like, I was like, yeah, I just got a PS4, but I'm not really liking it. And I said as a joke, like, tell you what, I'll give you my 360 with a bunch of games. He's like, okay. Next fucking day, come in, give him a I give him a Xbox 360 with NBA 2K 11, 13, and 16, Battlefield 3, and Battlefield 4. Took it in hand, went home, come back to school the next day. He's like, hey, I hate to ask. He's like, do not ask me for that fucking PlayStation back. He's like, no, I just need the duffel bag. I'm like, oh, okay. He just wanted the duffel bag back because it was his dad's.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I got a PS4 with like, dude, it had PT on it. It was a Destiny Edition PS4 with PT on it.
Damn. Okay.
Bro, I could have retired if I had access to that.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, the special edition consoles always interested in me, but fucking mowing the lawn and shit. I just never had enough money to fucking get a special edition.
The Destiny Edition PS4 is interesting because apart from the fact it was white, like an ice white, the controller was actually bigger than the controllers they had at the time and the ones that they were making before the PS5.
Damn. Okay. I actually didn't know that.
For my big fucking mitts, they were great. I loved that controller.
Yeah, Dave makes fun of me because I'm fucking bougie. I have some Scuff controllers, and I think it's the Scuff Impact was like their chunkier, like PlayStation 4 looked more like a 360 controller. It's like my favorite controller.
I've seen those.
Yeah, it's like probably my favorite like feeling controller, favorite form factor for a controller outside of like I do kind of just like the regular DualShock 4 for PlayStation. I still use those. Yeah, fucking
Yeah,
bro fleeced him.
I was I was gonna say though, as time went on, I started finding other games. Like I found Rust very early on. I started playing that probably 2014, 2015-ish. I made a couple videos on it, but it really didn't go anywhere. Again, I saw Markiplier play it, and I was like, "Fuck, I'll play it, see how it is." And that's how I found guys like Frida Wolf and Casey Mo, and they kind of like fueled my love for playing the game. And obviously, laptop broke, so I was kind of away from that for a while. Around 2017, after I graduated, got a PC, and I was playing Rust again. Didn't run great, but I was making content on it. Played with a couple streamers here and there. Had some interesting experiences with these people. Played with a couple content creators in Rust. Met some the dark underbelly that is the Rust community, and then no, like seriously, some fucking crazy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen players doing crazy shit. I can only imagine what happens in the Discord servers behind some of these fucking
dude. I'm not playing. I played with a group of guys. I was friends with a dude named Archam who did like trap based videos.
Mm.
Do you know who that is?
I don't think I've heard of him. No.
Yeah, I say he hasn't made videos for a while. He's kind of like left the videos behind. He kind of does his own thing, but he was fairly big on the scene for those kinds of videos, and he's a great dude, like very nice dude, but he had a bunch of friends. One of them was another creator named Maji. Dude, Maji was like a special case. He made like roleplay videos, so he made some pretty cool stuff. But he started hanging out with a interesting group of people that I can comfortably say were some of the most toxic people I have ever had to deal with. It was like every fucking thing everything that happened to them, they did, or one of us did wrong. It was the hard R getting thrown out.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Including like Maji, and to the point like he also got caught cheating in Tarkov, which the video is egregious. Like, yeah, dude. And what's hilarious is like I despise cheating in video games.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty like I am still talking shit about him, like, after that whole thing blew up. And one of his friends that I played with a lot was like, yo, dude, can you, like, chill out talking shit about him? I'm like, no, you're fucking defending this? And then it clicked with me. I'm like, holy shit, I've been playing with fucking scripters and cheaters for, like, the last 3 years. So I just stopped playing with those people.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was kind of before the time of, like, cheater association was, like, a really big thing. So you probably kind of lucked out on that.
Yeah, dude, this was like 2019. Like that's why most of my content, that the farthest you can go back, is like a COD video in 2019. Like I unlisted a lot of the Rust videos that came out around that time because I was playing with those people that were cheating or scripting. Like I remember one moment we were getting raided and this guy was like, he mutes, deafens in Discord. He just says in game chats, like, Waylon, if you say anything about this, I'm going to ban you. Proceeds to just like turn on his admin prims and then just drop me like a Full Metal kit.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was playing with these kinds of people. And then eventually I left those guys and I kind of like found my own friend group and I've been hanging out with them ever since. But this took a long time to get to answering your question. Yes, General Sam has played a massive role on the content I make now, but he's been on my radar since at least 2018. Like I've seen some of his Skyrim stuff, Tarkov, his Rust videos. His fucking Cards Against Humanity video is still like one of my favorites.
I remember Prime Cards Against Humanity, bro. That was kind of that was peak for a while.
Yeah. But very funny dude. I was telling you earlier before we were starting this that like he followed me on Twitter at one point and
yeah,
DM'd me first. Okay, I know the saying is never meet your heroes. Listen, meet your heroes, just don't fucking fanboy, like straight up. I just got out of the shit. Listen, I had like put a tweet up. It was YouTube being like, if you could describe your channel in so and so many words, how would you describe it? And I was like, I do everything General Sam does except shittier, and I added him. So I go to take a shower. I come back. I'm in my fucking boxers dripping water. Like, and I check my phone. It says General Sam. I was like, okay, that's no big deal. General Sam followed you, and then he DM'd me, and I'm literally screaming, "Holy shit!" I about had to take a second shower. And he sends me like a picture of a monkey, and he's like, "Yeah, I just seen your latest video. It's not bad. Keep it up." And he sends me like a picture of a monkey smiling, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry I'm fanboying right now, but like I was not expecting this. But yeah, he, like I said, he influenced a lot of the stuff I do, but I would not say it's 100%. Again, a lot of the influence I take for my videos definitely comes from my time editing skate tapes, because I grew up watching skateboarding, I grew up watching wrestling, so there was a lot of influence from that stuff. From like the montages to like the humor in it. Like, it's realistically, you could put skate footage over this shit and it would probably be the same result.
Yeah, I mean, that does make sense, because when I watch your videos, because I'm not too familiar with General Sam, they do kind of feel unique. It doesn't feel like anything I've watched before, and I was never super big into skating or WWE, so that must be the thing that I'm missing, is they do kind of, you know, feel like they exist in their own bubble on your channel. It's definitely nothing that I've seen before from other creators.
Well, I technically grew up, well, to the wrestling thing, I technically grew up in wrestling. My father was a pro wrestler at one point.
Oh, okay.
He never made it to the big times, though. He wasn't like fucking, he wasn't WCW or WWF. He wasn't like that. He was indie. He was on the indie scene in like the early 90s. So this was before I was born. But when I came around in the late 90s, he was like wrestling in our hometown. I grew up in, I don't live there now, so I don't care. I grew up in a small town in Kentucky called Falmouth. It's the first town that was ever founded in the state of Kentucky. And him and his friends would have parties at my grandfather's, who was a Vietnam vet. They would just put up a ring in the backyard and just have people over, and they'd fucking film the matches. Yeah, like he was a legit wrestler. And though I never seen him cut promos, he did have a championship belt that I used to like walk around with after I'd found it. Yeah. So like I got into like when I found that out in my early 20s, I like kind of embraced it a bit. I was like, I don't ever plan on getting into the wrestling business, but I feel like the best way I can pay homage to my father for his time in wrestling is just be able to do decent writing and like cut promos, because that's basically what I'm doing whenever I write the scripts for my video, is that I'm cutting a promo. That's kind of how I treat it.
Yeah, I mean, writing, when I first, because I mean, like you were talking about watching, you know, Let's Play channels like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, I can definitely relate to that. I remember being on the fucking PlayStation 4 with that busted ass fucking, it was one earbud with a microphone on it that you could talk through, trying to record Batman Arkham Knight fucking Let's Plays on that shit. That was, that was definitely a time.
Dude, I had a Blue Yeti. Well, the one, not a Blue Yeti yet. The first mic was a Rock Band mic that I had sitting in a mason jar because I didn't have a stand for it. Next mic, yeah, I knew this would bring the house down. Goddamn. But the next one was like a proper Blue Yeti. But like, dude, I used to hardcore rage at shit, and I remember I dented the front of that mic because I literally just fucking punched it as hard as I could after a loss, dude. A lot of drywall missiles were thrown during BO3's heyday. Like, a lot.
Yeah, I definitely actually wanted to touch on Call of Duty a little bit, but because I know you mentioned, you know, kind of when you started getting your group together, I know there's kind of a core group of guys that you play with. Obviously, I mean, like Markiplier, you got like what was it, Lord Minion, and some of his other crew that he plays with,
and Moisker and Meisker, like those guys. Yeah,
Bob
and Wade.
Yeah, how was it? Kind of, you know, I'm sure maybe you had it in the back of your mind that, you know, it would be cool to kind of have a group. What was it like, kind of getting that group of guys together?
Well, the thing is like, I'm assuming you're talking about like Corn and Jay.
Yeah.
So like I have like three groups. Corn and Jay are like creators that I had met. Like I met Corn playing Beyond the Wire.
Oh,
This was
okay.
like complete. This was by complete like random chance. I was literally playing the game and I was like, "What the fuck is that Cornhole Patrol?" I'd seen he's in the public VC in his Discord. I joined. I was like, "Bro, are you in the game right now?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Dude, I'm like right next to you." And like that was, dude, that was probably 3 years ago. We've been like we're best buds now. And Jay, like, I for the longest time I thought Jay did not like me. I felt like he kind of thought I was annoying. I had it in my head that he thinks I'm annoying because like I'm this fucking small channel that just won't leave people alone. But like that went out the window and Jay was like, "Yeah, you're like a cool dude. Happy birthday, man." I was like, "Oh, thank you."
That's really me anytime like I meet new people. I just feel like I'm just bothering
Yeah,
them.
I treat it like the mafia. I will not go out of my way to introduce myself. You have to you gotta introduce me.
Yeah.
Like,
Bro, Waylon is like my fucking people, bro.
and then my other group are my IRL buddies. Like these are friends I've known since high school or even longer. Like my boy Corey and Cameron, they're brothers. I've known them since I was like 13. We
Oh,
used to
okay.
skate together. Like, yeah, we've been, they had moved away and I had lost contact with them. But during COVID, we actually found out we were in the same Discord together. So we reconnected that way and they moved back up here and we've been hanging out ever since. Like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we're very tight knit. And then I got my buddies from my old videos, which you don't really see around anymore because, to be fair, they're all either console guys or they're just busy with life. Because most of it, like, let's be real, all of us are nearing our 30s now. So, like, you know, some of us got fucking families, dog.
Yeah. I feel like COVID was definitely a very, I mean, it sticks out as a big milestone for a lot of gamers just in their lives, where I feel like it kind of brought a lot of people closer together. Because fucking, like, right when COVID happened, I feel like me and Dave were finally just at the point where, like, we were probably, like, calling each other, like, you know, referring to each other as friends to other people. But when that happened, it was literally like me and Dave on the game every day, find something to play. We wake up, we get on, we go to sleep, like right as we finish our session. I definitely feel like that was a big point that brought a lot of people together for sure.
So my whole perception of COVID was very different. Mainly because of the simple fact, around 2019, I was getting into doing open mic stand up. Cincinnati has like a huge stand up scene. People don't really talk about it that much, but it's kind of like it's kind of a nice little hub for the stand up comedy.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've seen like and I've met a lot of friends there. I have a friend who runs a comedy club. I have a friend who got like I don't know the award, but he basically got won like a comedy contest or some shit in Cincy. Like a lot of great comics came out of there, and I wasn't exactly the funniest dude. Like I was just some dumbass that wouldn't write his jokes down and would just try to do it right off the dome, and I would just bomb every set. I rarely had a set where I got laughs. Rarely.
Damn.
But I met a lot of cool people and it was an interesting experience. And like eventually I learned that I should start writing my stuff down, and I got a little better at it, but I was like nowhere near ready for, you know, the big time, or well, even the small time. Like I was just an open micer. And 2020, it was a Thursday. I went to do a set. Dude, this place, it was a fucking disaster. The normal guy that ran it wasn't there, so his buddy was doing all the sound work for the PA system, and it wasn't working. So you got to do 20 minutes. I would do like 5 minutes of stand up, 15 minutes of music. I just said, fuck doing the stand up set. I'm just going to do music. Dude, there was like this old country bumpkin up there that was like playing his harmonica earlier, and he's like, him and his friends are all sitting in front, and I'm trying to like sing my song or whatever. Dude, he literally takes the fucking mic, puts it closer to my mouth, and just says, "You need to talk a bit louder and closer to the mic."
Just derailed your entire performance.
I finish. There's like they rearranged a bunch of picnic tables in there for like dude, it was like Agartha's finest gathered. It was all blonde hair, blue eyes there.
Damn.
It was all white chicks. I finished my set. I go, dude, they have the gall to look me in the fucking eyes and start clapping. They weren't even fucking listening, bro. I was so pissed. That was like the day where I was like, I think I might be done doing stand up or just like doing mics, period. And then eventually COVID hit, and like I was just I literally had nothing to do. Like the whole reason I'm making videos again was because of COVID.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I was like, it was a very rough time in my life. Like I was not living well at all. I was nearly 400 pounds. My health was really bad. Like I was smoking like a chimney, drinking like a fish. I was not taking care of myself, and it nearly killed me. I got COVID and almost died from it.
Damn.
Yeah, but I came out of it. I got a job working at UPS somehow, so I decided to start working there. Buddy got me a job, and I've 100 pounds later. I'm definitely living better. I don't work there no more. Thank fuck. But
yeah, I was gonna say, going back through your catalog, I definitely noticed, you know, you've been looking a lot better. Yeah, you can definitely see that you've, you know, been getting healthier and putting that work in. So
yeah, I was super fucking fat. Dude, I just remember at one point, like I was just like looking in the mirror, and I'm like, Jesus fuck, dude. If I did not have all this goddamn hair, I'd look like an absolute fucking slob.
Bro, me every morning when I wake up, bro. Me every fucking day. Oh my god, yeah. I definitely got to put more hours in on the old treadmill for sure. Fucking
the old elliptical, I swear.
Yeah.
Which is funny too, because like I played sports growing up. Like I played soccer, I played football, I skateboarded, I rode bikes, I played basketball. You know how fucking insane it is to be like 6'1", 270, and you're like grabbing the rim on a basketball hoop? I could barely do that. But like I could hoop. That's all I did. That's all I did. Like towards the end of high school was just play basketball. I loved it. It was so much fun. And then, you know, I have a catastrophic ankle injury, just destroying my ankle. Playing badminton.
Oh damn.
Badminton of all sports.
I won. Let me be clear. I won the game. Okay. But it came at a dramatic cost. Yeah. It was just 1-on-1 for a bit, and I was like winning. And then some other kid in the class decided to make it 2-on-1, so they're catching up, and now it's next point wins. One of us serves it, it gets knocked back and forth a couple times, and then they hit it back, but they hit it high. So I jump as high as I can to fucking spike it. Dude, I won, but when I came down, my ankle went parallel with the floor.
Oh no. Oh.
I tore every ligament in my foot, did not break a bone. I could not put any pressure on it. I'm just grabbing it, and I just hear one of my buddies go, my buddy Goose just goes, haha, Waylon's pussy's hurt. I waited for 45 fucking minutes for a wheelchair that was missing the right footrest, which was also just so happened to be the foot that I just destroyed. And by the time I like got in the wheelchair and taken to the nurse's office, which was on the other side of the school, I had to sit through an elevator ride, by the way. It was already my ankle looked like it had a fucking basketball in it. So my grandmother comes to pick me up in this fucking in her Chevy, and in front of the whole school, my buddy had to pick me up and fucking sit me in the car. Do you know how demasculating it is to be picked up by a grown man?
Yeah.
When you yourself are also a grown man?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. And then I had to go to fucking an orthopedic center, and dude, I'd tell you never to go to it, but I feel like it kind of docks me. But dude, it was awful because I go in there and I nearly get in a fight with a nurse because she's like scanning my ankle, or she needs to take an x-ray to check for breaks, and she's like, I need you to stand up. I'm like, lady, I can't put pressure on it. It's like, it's okay. I just need you to stand up on this. I'm like, I can't put pressure on it. It's like, can you just stand up? Like, fucktard. Where do you not understand? I can't put pressure on my ankle. It's like, okay, well, we can just get you the chairs. Then why the fuck didn't you do that the first time?
Oh man.
I was not in a good mood. And then they didn't give me a wheelchair to get out. They just gave me a fucking boot, and I had to literally drag my ankle out of that fucking place.
Damn.
It was hell. Yeah. Dude, I never played badminton again. End of my professional badminton career.
I mean, you went out on top, so I don't think anyone could take that away from you for sure.
I mean, I definitely hit a peak, but
yeah. I think in school playing sports, I think the worst way I hurt myself was just emotionally, bro. just fucking sucking at sports. I remember, I mean, I hope no one was watching when I did this, but I was leaving this fucking gymnasium with my friend, and me just thinking I was dripping in aura, just picked up a basketball and I went to the 3-point line, and I was like, watch this. You try to throw a 3-pointer? I'm being dead ass. It hit the ground before the free throw line. And I just looked at them and I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here, dude. Oh my God. And thank God no one was fucking recording me.
That checks out. Yeah, high school was a very interesting time. That was like a lot of discovering myself. Still making videos. It's still hilarious to me to think that if you could go back to your younger self and give him any advice, what would you do? Dude, I'd probably beat my younger self's ass and tell him dude, don't be a fucking moron and make YouTube videos. Like, stay focused on music, or better yet, don't play badminton, just keep playing basketball.
Yeah, I mean, do you think? Because I know you just got done telling us about your experience of bombing and stand-up, but do you feel like the things you learned from stand-up and writing kind of helped you as far as it goes, like making your videos?
Oh, 100%, without question. Because I'm not one of those people that's like, comedy's an art form and you see one of the things you don't understand. I'm not one of those fucking morons. I literally make dick jokes on the internet. That's all I do.
Yeah, literally.
And I'm not above talking shit about people. To me, the best form of comedy is just being able to make jokes that even if someone doesn't get it, there's always going to be someone that gets your jokes.
Yeah.
I'm not here to appeal to a mass audience. One of my favorite comics, he's dead now, but it's Andy Kaufman.
Okay.
Guys Andy Kaufman, Sam Hyde, I think of them as
dude.
one and the same.
I fucking love Sam Hyde, dude.
They were both, Sam Hyde's very controversial. Andy Kaufman was very controversial as well. Also worked in the wrestling business. He actually got banned on SNL for having a mock wrestling match, saying that he was the world intergender champion, and it was a complete shoot. It was a complete shoot. So he brought a woman from the crowd and beat her in the match, gender, and I think he got banned from SNL for that. And then Memphis Wrestling, he's a big fan of Memphis Wrestling, so they turned it into a huge angle, and dude, he lit Memphis on fire. And he was a very controversial figure, and the reason why I make the comparison of him and Sam Hyde is because Sam Hyde is also literally the same thing. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care who it offends. He's just there to be funny.
Yeah, I think it's important for comedy that there are people that continue to push the envelope, because when we had this whole thing of when cancel culture was popping and people were saying you can't make jokes about certain things, I feel like it definitely could have, not killed comedy, but it could have, put it down a dark path for a couple of years.
To me, cancel culture was, I'm gonna be real, I still think cancel culture was not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Because all it took was a couple years and then a couple people to realize yeah, this shit's fucking stupid. Who cares? Were there people in the business that I think should be deplatformed? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Bill Cosby. Chris D'Elia. Like, those are probably the obvious ones. You know, there's no denying that.
Yeah, I mean,
Listen,
Brendan Schaub's just got to stop
fucking-
telling jokes.
Dude, oh my god, bro. Oh, dude, when that Austin comedy bubble bursts, there is going to be a spike in suicides. It's unreal how, like, I used to be a diehard Rogan guy because I used to love his podcast because he would have interesting people on there. That's what made it worth watching. Dude, it just turned into fucking. God bless Stavros Halkias.
Oh yeah,
God bless that man.
Stavros is the fucking man.
When Stavvy was fucking shitting on Jordan Jensen for that, basically her practicing for Rogan on his podcast, I laughed so fucking hard at that. He literally went to Rogan's podcast and did the exact fucking thing. The exact thing. The problem I have with like that scene now with podcasting is like there's nothing genuine about it. It's very clearly just there to market. That's why I don't like that shit. Like, don't get me wrong. Would I love to do YouTube for my job? Yes, I would. But you know what I'm not going to do? I'm not going to be Mr. Beast. I don't want to do shit like that. I think it's annoying.
Yeah.
I think it's whack as hell. I should be able to do what I want in my style and be able to make a living from it. Hell, if I was making the style of videos I make now back in 2014, I could have done that because you used to be able to monetize your own shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I was partnered with a network. I had fucking 30 subs and I had a SteelSeries affiliate. Like, they sent me a fucking mouse pad for God's sake. Like,
yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more with that. A big thing that me and Dave set out with for this podcast was not wanting to give in to a lot of the censorship that's going on with just even like the small things. Like, I can't stand when I'm watching a video, I'm like watching some true crime, and then this motherfucker has the audacity to go, and that's when he unalived his sister. Like, dude
it is.
I can't stand
cannot
it, bro.
stress to you enough. It is the. Let me be clear to the audience out there that may take exception to what I'm about to say. Understand that I am not homophobic in any manner. In fact, I am an advocate for gay rights and trans rights. I genuinely think having to self-censor in that manner is the gayest shit on the planet. And
Dude,
not only
yes.
is it fucking stupid, it demeans the fucking subject matter. Do you know why I hate saying the word rape? Because it's a fucking disgusting act. But guess what? It should be said because it also describes, if you're talking about, I don't know, a rapist, you should probably call them that. Because that's what they fucking are.
Bro,
but when you sit there and you say they were graped, you know what you're doing? You're diminishing what they did, and you're also, you know, belittling the fucking victim.
Yeah.
But the logic is like, no, you don't understand. If we self-censor it and make it sound silly, the algorithm, dude, I still stand by this ever since I read it. I'm probably going to sound fucking so dumb for this, but listen, I've been saying content creators have the most dog shit take, so why not be a part of it? I genuinely believe that the whole reason that we have the algorithm is because of Leafyishere. They did not want that guy to be the face of the platform, and his growth was just so ridiculous for the type of content he made, they had to snuff it out.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good point.
Because, like, dude, commentary channels were really at their heyday around that period of time, like 2016, 2017. Because, like, that was also the same time when Idubbbz wasn't a fucking
simp. Fucking soy boy.
Sorry, I just had a Vietnam flashback. Like, it's insane to me how far someone can fall. Like, genuinely. Because I remember I used to watch him, and I was like, he is so good with describing it. Like, one of my favorite videos ever is his Tana Mongeau content cop, because he perfectly illustrates like the whole use of racial slurs, period. And the fact he not only didn't censor himself, he made it very clear how context and the subject matter really matters. with how you're using the word. It was very important for like it was a very important moment for people with critical thinking, because if you look today, there is a very severe lack of critical thinking today. Everyone just immediately wants to jump the gun on everything.
Yeah, I feel like people, like, there's no reading in between the lines, especially with like even sarcasm. I'm like, the amount of times I'm watching someone obviously being sarcastic and someone's taking it super literally, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with you?
I will say this, like, I won't sit here and be like, oh, I'm immune to that shit. No, have I like fucking, bit the hook on sarcasm and was like getting butthurt about shit? Of course I have.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking human being. But like you said.
Yeah, I mean, like I was talking about before when me and Dave have had conversations about this starting the podcast, like, I'm open to maybe in the future things will change and I could turn around and be a hypocrite. Like, who knows? Maybe if I'm staring down the barrel of I could potentially make like 200 grand a year doing this if I censor myself and like bend the knee to, what I don't want to do now, would I maybe make that decision and go back on my word now? Maybe, I'm not going to say that I won't, but for being a small creator, like, I think what makes small creators appealing, because even before doing this podcast and trying to get some smaller creators on, I've just been trying to watch more smaller creators in general, because I find them to be more genuine. There's less, concern or worry about outside factors, affecting their channels than a lot of these big guys who, whether it be like we were saying, like graped, SA'd, unalived, like, dude, I hate to say, because, I don't want anyone to die, but I like, at a certain point, I just want to hear someone say that someone was killed. I don't know how much longer I can stand this censorship.
Yeah, like, I mean, they've kind of lightened up on it now, at least, but
yeah, that's true.
The thing, I always, it always goes back to the same point for me. The second you start having to self-censor serious topics is the moment that it can be manipulated into something it isn't, and you diminish the subject matter. It should be presented as it happened. It should not be manipulated at all. It should be told how it happened. Period.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. You mentioned that you think content creators have bad takes.
Holy
I've
shit,
seen I saw your one of your videos where you mentioned
Shroud
that you had
a
your
fucking retard. Shroud is a fucking retard. I'm just gonna say it.
I mean, do you want to talk about that
a
little bit with like his take on arc raiders?
Dude, listen, I played the finals. It's an okay game. Embark does not deserve Game of the Year for Arc Raiders. I'm sorry. Kingdom Come
Absolutely
Deliverance
not.
2 blows that game out of the fucking water. It's not even in the same fucking league. I'm sorry. I used to think Shroud was cool because I was like, wow, he's kind of funny and he's also super good at video games. No, he's just super good at video games and a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, some of the dumbest takes, like, I have bad takes. I'm willing to admit that. Like, I've been on a tear with Space Swag as of recently. I mentioned him in I think I mentioned him in the Battlefield 4 video, but the BF6 video I mentioned him, and in the Hardline one I'm bringing him up again. Like, he's talking I low-key think that he may have seen my BF6 video, because he was actually talking about there's a clip of him talking about, like, addressing people saying that the devs need to stop listening to what content creators and pro players say. Because he was just basically saying, like, listen, who do you think they paid to review this game? Me. I'm like, and proves my point exactly.
Yeah.
Stop fucking listening to creators. They get paid to do this shit. EA will throw him fucking 20 bans. He'll shit talk the game, talk about how he hates it, and eventually EA will be like, okay, give it some positives now. We need the people to buy it. And then he'll just go play fucking Red Stack and then glaze it for an hour and a half doing the dumbest shit you've ever seen. And then he fucking, and then he goes and says that. It's like, all right, you confirmed my point why we shouldn't listen to content creators. They're very clearly biased because they're being fucking paid. Wow. Thank you for confirming the thing I've known the whole time.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
then he tries pinning it on, and then he tries pinning it, saying it's like just people being racist. At one point, I was like,
oh my
"What
god,
the fuck are you talking about? What does race have to do with this?" I'm just saying, like, you have a shit take.
yeah, because I did see you mention your Delta Force take in a video, and I wanted to touch on that, but I also wanted to bring up me and Dave have also had our own bad take experience within the last couple weeks. We made in one of our podcasts, we talked about arc raiders, and we put out a podcast clip, and when I tell you, I have never been demeaned more. I have never felt like the entire world was like crumbling down around me so much than when, like, because it was a couple days the video was doing like nothing. I changed actually no, I didn't change anything, and then it started just popping off it caught the algorithm, whatever. And dude, when like the comments started rolling in, they just would not stop, dude. And it was just it started out polite. It was someone being like, oh, you know, everyone has their own opinion, but you know, respectfully, this take is dog shit. And I was like, you know what, fair. And then it just got crazy, dude, because the crux of what we were saying was that we don't think, or we didn't think, that Arc Raiders was gonna be as successful as it was like being made out to be. I think the timeline we gave it was like 4 years, because I know the devs have been saying it's a decade game, and just playing it at the time with, you know, like whatever, I think it was like 2 hours that we played, it just felt like it was pulling too much from other games. And that, like, you know, one of the things I said in the video is like, if you really like fighting the AI, because I know people have been complaining about people, you know, betraying and team killing, which to me is just gaming, like playing DayZ. Like, I want to inside someone, I want someone to inside me, like give me the drama, like it makes it exciting.
General Sam has a great bit where he talks about that. It's like people treat the extract like it's fucking hallowed ground. Like, listen, I'm sorry, but you are fair game the second.
Yeah.
You're fair game until your ass leaves. Like, it's plain and simple. Like, as much as I want to be like, oh, we must fight like men, honorably. No, motherfucker. You know why America is a country now? Because we didn't do that fucking pansy bullshit. We stuck in the fucking tree line and picked your officers off from a fucking tree with a rifle we made in the woods. All right?
Yeah.
Like, sorry for the coughing fit, but talking about controversy, I know exactly what you're talking about, because I made when I made my KCD2 video, I actually made a short one beforehand addressing the controversy with the game. Have you guys like heard about the controversy at all that happened with the game?
No, I don't think I have.
So just a Cliff Notes version. The people in the game are real people. So Sirhan's Pitchek, I think was his name. At the time the game was set, he was like in his teens, like 14-ish. So everyone's freaking out saying that, oh, so not only are you a teenager, since you can have a romantic relationship with him, spoiler alert, they're basically promoting pedophilia. And I'm looking at it like, that is the most like brain dead fucking take I've ever heard. First off, these people are completely ignoring the whole idea of artistic liberties.
Yeah.
Which I completely shut all this shit down in about 30 seconds with a very simple Google search, and then reminding people that it's art, it's up, like you can change it. Because like, guess what? Henry of Skalitz never existed. Whoa. One of the big villains of the first game, Markvart von Aulitz, actually died at the I believe it was the Siege of Kuttenberg, like a year before the first game even took place. So like, already the first and second game are complete works of fiction taking place during real events. So like, whatever argument they had was just fucking redundant at this point. And then you got, I'm sending you the screenshot. You can throw it in the video. These are just the hidden comments I had. Fucking ridiculous.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Dude, you can go, if you want, go to the video. Actually, I'll find it and I'll send it to you. You can screenshot those comments and put them in there, because I was having a field day with one of them motherfuckers because he decided to post a picture of himself wearing pit vipers and no shirt. But I for real was just so dumbfounded by like some of the things these people were saying. I had a guy delete his comments, thank God, because dude, y'all would have had a field day with this guy. He was saying a bunch of shit. I think he did like 5 or 6 replies by the time I went to bed. So I was just like, I'm just gonna ignore him. Eventually he'll stop. I wake up at like 6 o'clock and I'm going to work and it's like 8. I check my phone. There's like 17 replies. All of them are fucking paragraphs and they're from him. This dude basically typed out a fucking manifesto. I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? I check his channel. He makes KCD2 content. What are we fucking doing here, people? Like, what is your fucking deal? Thankfully, I guess his episode finally ended and he deleted all the comments. Thank God. Like, dude, because I was like, man, please, one thing I'm very big on when it comes to my channel is, and the content I make is, I want it to be a community. I want it to be a place where we can all like talk, have discussions. The second people come in my comments trying to talk shit or start shit, I'd shut it down immediately. All right. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, I do not want to deal with it. And I don't think anyone else fucking wants to. All right.
Yeah. Cause like, I'm super open to, you know, coming to the realization that my take was bad and maybe realizing that, you know what, maybe my opinion on it, you know, for Arc Raiders, like you know, talking to some people, because some people were kind of chill in the comments. And me and Dave kind of came to the conclusion of like, you know what, let's give the game a second chance. And we're kind of in the process of doing that right now. So our opinions have kind of shifted a little bit on it, but like it just like the amount of people coming with like nothing constructive, because there were some things, like this one guy's kind of complaint was, you know, why isn't the gameplay in this the game that you're talking about? Which, you know, for me, I'm like, I clipped this from the podcast, and in the podcast we talked about Battlefield 6. It was Battlefield 6 gameplay, but you know, fair, you know, maybe for the sake of the clip I could add Arc Raiders gameplay to it, but like the amount of people that just jump to just immediate just hate and just like, I'm not gonna lie, kind of dick riding their fucking game or their take is kind of crazy. That's the first thing they go to immediately.
Dude, one of my earliest memories of dealing with like people like that, I just started playing Squad. I made a video on it, and there was a guy in the comments like genuinely asking like, hey, is this game like fun? Is it worth getting into? And I was like, honestly, unless you got a decent computer, I wouldn't recommend it. Doesn't run great on my rig. Maybe pick it up when it goes on sale. Some fucking dude comes in the comments and he's like, you shouldn't play this fucking game, you little shit. Guys like you just ruined Project Reality. If you don't know, Project Reality was a mod for, I think, Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3, where it just basically it's autistic as hell. Like Arma 3, but autistic as hell. Like, that's all it is. Like, it's a very like hardcore like FPS where you have to really coordinate to get shit done. And if I remember correctly, Squad was a standalone game that evolved from Project Reality.
Okay.
And around the time I was playing was like the game was still practically in its infancy, so a lot of PR guys were on there and they did not like the new guys. They fucking hated them. And dude, this guy was fucking relentless. Eventually I just told him like, dude, get the fuck out of my comments with this shit. Like, listen, I'm a new player to this shit too. I'm figuring it out as I go. Like, I'm shooting from the hip. Like, if you're not at least going to let me try and help this community grow, and instead you're going to actively fucking kill it, get the fuck out of my comments.
Yeah. I mean, that attitude does, I think, make it kind of difficult for new players to get into it. I remember the most recent community I can remember, you know, just more vividly becoming a part of was the Warframe community, and I feel like it has a reputation of being very positive and being very helpful. But even like in your, I think it was, I can't remember if it was Armor vs. Squad, you would know, in one of your videos where you were trying to help someone new to the game, and it was oh god, it was like the PvE mode, not the PvP mode, and you guys were in the base and trying to figure stuff out, and this guy was like, oh my god, I've done, Reforger, and he was like, I've done this a million times, just let me do it. And it's like,
so, oh my, I have over 4,000 hours. Like, dude, this is the last place you want to do that is, or say some shit like that, is around a bunch of other dudes in a video game. That is immediately gonna backfire. That motherfucker didn't say a word for the rest of the game. Like, dude, he was cooked. Oh man, it is funny. I can't remember what I said in the video. I think it was like, it's just insane watching someone try playing judge and jury over how to build a fucking fire base. Like, that dude is like the textbook reason why like newer players don't like coming back to those games, or at least those servers, because if you try and fucking play judge and jury every goddamn time someone does something, they're not going to want to fucking play with you, let alone play the game at all.
Yeah, and to your credit, talking about trying to, you know, help new players get into these games, like even watching that video, you know, I'm someone that has tried to play Arma 3, and just looking at the controls have been like, I will never figure out how to play this game a day in my life.
Don't play Arma 3. Don't play Arma 3. Just play Arma Reforger. If you really want to, just play Arma Reforger. Or better yet, if you're looking for a nice World War II game, just play Hell Let Loose.
Yeah, we have played a little bit of Hell Let Loose.
I said it in my last video, or in the HL video, like, I was a diehard hater of that game for a long time, and then I came back to it. I'm like, this shit's actually super fun. Like, and the crew that I play with, like Korn and them, like, they all don't really like Hell Let Loose, which I get it. They all came from the more hardcore shooters, so I get why they prefer that.
Yeah,
but to me, Hell Let Loose is the perfect balance. It's just like, if you ever play Insurgency Sandstorm, like, to me, that's another great game.
I loved that. I played that on console back in the day.
The game is a PTSD simulator.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was my most fun time making videos, genuinely, is when I can get one of my IRL buddies that have never played one of these fucking games before to join me on it, and the hilarity just ensues. You know it's a good like, I'm straight up, you know it's a good video when I'm basically fucking tard wrangling my buddies around. Because it's usually the roles reversed. They're wrangling me, but this time I get to bring them into my world.
Yeah, Hell Let Loose is man, I think my issue, and this is something I wanted to talk with you about, because it seems like you and your buddies do a good job of really getting immersed into those kinds of games when you play them, and I think that's something I got to do more, is really getting into, you know, kind of that immersion, almost like role play, like playing the role of, like, if you're, you know, if it's World War II, if you're Axis or Allies, getting into that, because I feel like that's where a lot of the enjoyment can really come from games like that too.
It's because it keeps you from getting fucking mad at the game. Like, I'm being so serious. Like, I'm not kidding, man. I used to get so mad playing video games, I would punch holes in walls. Like, it was bad. Like, I destroyed a fucking desk.
Same.
I once broke an Xbox. Like, dude, I remember one time getting so mad at Modern Warfare 3, I smashed my controller flat with a fucking hammer, videotaped me doing it, and then videotaped me throwing it over my fence into my neighbor's dumpster and posting it on my Instagram. Like, I was a fucking, dude, I was a stick of dynamite with like a quarter-second fuse on it.
Yeah, I can remember busting a couple controllers, trying to twist them in half, and yeah.
I've broken TVs. Dude, the last big thing I broke was a monitor, and that was like a complete accident. Like, I threw my fucking mouse down while I was playing League, and it bounced up. Dude, just insane ricochet. Fucking hits the corner of my monitor and fucking destroys it. I'm like, fuck.
I mean, the absolute velocity you would have to reach throwing a mouse for it to bounce up and hit the fucking monitor is insane.
I mean, I played War Thunder. It was definitely a bad angle I hit it at.
But yeah, because I think back, and because I was thinking about this today, I was looking at the topics for the podcast, and I was trying to, you know, think about how I can relate to some of this stuff. And I think when I was a kid, just without even thinking about it, I was getting immersed in some of this, because I know, and I've heard a little bit of your take on Call of Duty and some of the other things, but even like with Call of Duty, like when the campaigns were way better back in the day, I found myself, like when I was playing multiplayer, you know, imagining that I am on, you know, this side of the war, and, you know, this is what we're trying to accomplish. And I think maybe where some of my enjoyment has been lost in gaming as I've gotten older is just, you know, focusing on my performance. And if I'm not, you know, double positive, or if I'm not this, I'm not that, then I'm like pissed and I'm like crashing out. And I think if I just, you know, focus on, you know, not just, you know, relaxing, because, you know, I probably should relax a little bit more, but just
gotta focus on having
you want to know.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to know the most immersed I have ever been playing a Call of Duty game?
Yeah.
Call of Duty World at War.
Yep.
Ooh, I never played World at War.
Listen to me. I had that shit for the fucking Wii. I had the nunchuck gun, like that whole setup, bro. I was walking, dude. I was fucking walking through the Battle of Pelelu like I was there. Like I was just another Marine waiting for a fucking little to show up. I don't know if I could say that.
I've said it out here before. We could cut it out.
we might have to believe that. But
yeah.
If you watch the Pacific, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But genuinely, like the thing that made those old COD campaigns like super good was that they had a great writing team.
Yes,
and they took the writing seriously, but not like serious to the point where it's like Battlefield 6, where it's like I am that weapon. Like, no, it's like here's the Battle of Stalingrad. We're lying dead in a fucking fountain. Well, we're playing dead in a fountain. Like that's. And it's not just that, wow, that's great writing. That's fucking real.
Yeah, it's very visceral.
A very real thing.
Yeah, and
that's why, like, listen, World at War was the only game that made me happy I was a communist. I'm serious. Like, the only time I felt happy being a communist was when I got to fucking take at the Siege of Berlin. That was it. Or CeeLo Heights. That was a best fucking COD mission of all time, Black Cats. You were in a fucking, I believe it was well, I'm pretty sure the plane was just called a Black Cat or a Catalina, but you were basically a gunboat just fucking destroying Japanese merchant vessels, and then a kamikaze attack happens, and you're now have to fucking land during the kamikaze attack around American ships, picking up sailors. It is one of the coolest fucking missions I have ever played in a Call of Duty game. All right, this COD mission is almost legally old enough to fucking vote. Okay, it's almost legally old enough to buy cigarettes in some states in this country. Like, how have we not gotten a mission that good since?
Yeah,
like there has not been the only on-rail segment I would say rivals that is maybe the helicopter mission or the Greenwater or Brownwater Navy mission in the first Black Ops game. Those are maybe the only ones I would say rival it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the real world themes that they covered, like unironically, this is probably, you know, I will put this out there. I've mentioned it a lot on the podcast. I am currently a Call of Duty dick rider. I really like Call of Duty still, but like, you know again, this might sound weird to people that hate Call of Duty, but I feel like some of the campaigns kind of even like shaped the way that like I look at and like understand the world and like politics and different things that go on, like especially the Black Ops 2 campaign. I feel like as I get older, I look back and I'm like, I think that impacted me a lot more when I was a kid than I give credit for. And even the
because
Black
you're
Ops
watching
campaign.
it happen in real fucking time.
Yeah, literally, bro.
You're like watching it in real time.
we don't really cover world events or like politics on the show, but when I saw that that dude shot at those fucking border patrol dudes with Cortes Dia written on his car, I was like, it's fucking happening, dude. I was like, it's about to fucking pop the fuck off, dude.
I'd say the last good campaign I played was World War. Actually, no, it was Modern Warfare 2022. That campaign was actually pretty fun. It was pretty good. I liked it. I'll be real. Plot twist actually got me. I was actually kind of taken aback by that. I was like, oh fuck.
Okay. And then they just went and took a massive shit on the story they were building with Modern Warfare 3.
Hey, check it out, guys. You know that really dope mission from, Modern Warfare 2, 2009? That was super sick. No Russian. Anyway, we 3D printed some fucking Glocks and smoked them on a plane, and we just turned your fucking... One of the most harrowing missions in a fucking FPS game ever has now become a quick time event dog shit.
Yeah.
Also, Warzone campaign, buy my skins.
Oh, man. The fall off of Call of Duty really needs to be studied. And I pray that it's recoverable, but my brain tells me it's not.
Dude, a middle school dropout could tell you why that game fell off.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious how you feel about it, because when I think about the fall off of, games and even just how rampant monetization gets, for me, and, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't remember a game that did it before, but I feel like the Fortnite Battle Pass system kind of ruined a lot of games.
So I would say the microtransaction thing is a little different. I know microtransactions started with what the hell's the game? Advanced Warfare and the COD series. But I mean, I wouldn't say the Battle Pass was necessarily a bad thing. The problem is that my perspective on playing Call of Duty is very simple. Is it an all around good package? Because listen, I'm paying $70 for your game. You have to justify it. Like, listen, I'm not the type of person to buy Call of Duty and immediately go play multiplayer. That is all they do now. I swear to you, no one hardly anyone probably plays the campaigns nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I used to love Call of Duty campaigns, and like when Black Ops 7 comes out, I'm never touching the campaign. Like, nothing that they've teased the campaign interests me. It's like, oh, that thing we did with Black Ops 3 where we made it super overcomplicated and hard to understand. Well, guess what? We're doing that again with this campaign, and we're increasing the complexity.
I really hate to say it, but that's the only reason why I buy COD nowadays. Because I'm not the biggest fan of multiplayer games. I'm more of a single player type of guy, and that's why I buy COD. But the downfall, the decreased quality of what they have now is just so fucking bad.
I'm like, you get all this fucking money, and not just a year now, you're getting 2 years to make a new game, and you cannot deliver something that even rivals the fucking banger reboot you had in 2019. It's fucking pathetic. It's fucking sad. They somehow managed to monetize zombies.
Which is
I remember
insane.
when I was younger, if I wanted to play zombies, guess what? I had to go play a Treyarch Call of Duty. If I wanted to play fucking Spec Ops, guess what? I had to go play fucking Sledgehammer or Infinity Ward. If I wanted to go play something that was kind of from kind of out of left field, different kind of game, I'd have to go play Advanced Warfare. That was the Sledgehammer games. The problem is everything is so homogenized, and there's no variation in what they do. That's a reason why those Call of Duty games were so fucking good, because first off, you got 3 companies with basically blank checks at this point, and people that are passionate about the shit that they're making, and they're competing against each other. And they have Battlefield to compete against, Halo to compete against. Guess what, motherfucker? You're getting quite literally some of the best fucking content you will ever see in the gaming industry. And we got from 2007 to 2013 were some of the best years for Call of Duty in terms of just overall, just the overall quality of those games. I still maintain the fact that COD Ghost is such a misunderstood game.
Yes, dude. I love Ghost so much.
I will say this though: whoever made Stonehaven, take him to the field and shoot him.
That map had no reason being as big as it was, dude.
That map was so fucking ass. Also, Extinction was like super cool. That was like
Oh,
a
I
very,
loved
very
Extinction.
different, like,
Adrian
was a
loves
very-
Extinction, and I could never get behind it, and I don't know why. I just wasn't
Yeah.
like the biggest fan of it.
I think you should give it another shot. I don't know, maybe me and you should play some Extinction one day, but I think what really got me attached to it was that was still the era where these different companies were, for their third mode, they had their own draw, they had their own thing. You know, Zombies was still Treyarch's thing, which I think it should have stayed that way, because I think maybe, you know, the reason why I've seen the decrease in quality of Zombies is because every studio is just trying to crank it out, and before just one studio working on it. But it was nice where, like, you know, there would be days where I'm like, I really want to play some Modern Warfare 3 fucking survival missions, and I would just go put in Modern Warfare 3, play that. Maybe I want to play Extinction, and it keeps all these different games, you know, alive a little bit, which, you know, with the fucking because you mentioned the remake, Modern Warfare Remastered. The fact that it didn't give us
not that one, not that one. I'm talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the reboot that came out in 2019.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The one that you only played a Warzone for, that you didn't own.
Yeah, well, bro, I remember I tried to get the game on fucking Xbox, bro, because I wanted to play the campaign,
tried to get it on
and
Xbox.
then I tried to launch it, and it was like, in order to launch this game, you need fucking Xbox Live, and I was like, what? I was like, I'm not fucking buying Xbox Live, dude. And I wanted to play the campaign because it was the cheapest on fucking Xbox at the time, bro. And I lost that $40, bro. And I just never fucking opened that Xbox again.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, you want
they fucking cheated you.
Dude, I feel so fucking old because I just hear you going, I'm not paying for Xbox Live. It's like Game Pass now, and it fucking sucks. And I'm just like, man, there's a reason. This is why I'm so glad I was a PlayStation kid growing up. Because listen, PlayStation has no games, and that's how they won the fucking console wars. All right, they got Halo now. I got a PS3 as a birthday present with Resistance 2. I fucking loved my PS3. Listen, I will die on this hill. I'll fight on this hill. Sony, Xbox, you're not, Nintendo specifically, none of y'all are killing me on this hill. I will gut you. All right. I should be able to play fucking games on your dog shit consoles without a fucking like multiplayer subscription.
Yeah,
it's the dumbest
ridiculous.
Shit like,
and I think that's why I was like such a big fan of like the PS3, because they got their fucking shit hacked, and they were like, yeah, just to have free online. And I'm like, say less, bro.
Yeah, like when I was growing up, so by the time I had a PS3, I was probably like 10 or 11, but like a couple of my dad's friends had one, my uncle had one, and like they had PlayStation Plus back then, but it was strictly just like you're giving a little extra
for free games, yeah.
Free games and discounts on shit. Like it was strictly for that. Then PS4 comes out and it's like you need multiplayer. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
PC has spoiled me, bro.
Yeah, thankfully my buddy who I traded the Xbox for, he bought like 5 years of fucking PlayStation Plus. So it wasn't until he like bought another PS4 and logged into it that it logged out of that one. That's why I don't have PT anymore. And I was like, well, shit. Those were good days.
Yeah. I'm curious for you guys, because I think you guys have similar takes on Call of Duty, and maybe your answers will be the same. What would Call of Duty have to package together for you guys to give it another chance?
First off, get rid of the fucking transactions. Allow me to turn off skins first and foremost.
Yeah.
Because, dude, if I get killed by another fucking sweaty tard that's just using the fucking like
Beavis and Butthead or fucking Nicki Minaj skin.
No, just the fucking
like the CDL fucking skins.
No, like the skin that made you like a see-through piece of wood.
Oh, was that the fucking Groot skin or some shit?
I don't know who listen. I have no fucking clue.
Somebody else.
I have no fucking clue who is in the fucking Q&A room that was like, you know, it'd be great, a skin that you can't fucking see.
Yeah.
And listen, I got glass in my fucking eye, dude. I can't see shit. All right. I need as much clarity as I can get out of my fucking screen and my eyes. and like allow me. I'm not asking for high contrast skins. I don't need the shit to look like Valorant. I just want to have the skins turned off and be standard soldiers so I can identify shit. Because guess what? If my only identification for what an enemy is whether or not their fucking name bar is red, I'm gonna tear my fucking hair out. Like, you know why I liked playing Op4 versus fucking US Marines? Because I knew who the Marines were because of their fucking Marine pattern camo and their M16s, and I knew who the fuck the Op4 was because they had turbans on, okay?
Bro, fucking thank you for bringing that up, dude, because the amount of times where I'm just turning corners and shooting my teammates in COD because everyone looks fucking the same now. Like, make it fucking distinguishable on each team.
Like they
who
all
the
look
fuck
the
is who?
same, and it's just
The only time I would excuse it was for Advanced Warfare because at least it was funny. Like you had and it was original. It wasn't just like, yo, we just collabed with FaZe Apex. Here's a skin that gives you a beard. Fucking no, you know what they had? They had like this dope ass clown outfit. I remember Merc Music used to rock that thing all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which the downfall of Merc Music is crazy.
Studied too, though.
Yeah.
Listen, he did not fall off. He just had he had
still like pulling.
He's not like, pulling like
still like getting views.
Yeah, he still gets views. Like, here's the thing, Merc is in such a good position with his channel because he has that Nerd Plays in his music channel, and he uploads virtually every day between the three channels. So he pulls enough revenue to like do it for a living. And not only that, like he's got his wife's also a streamer, so she makes money. Like, regardless of how you look at it, like I would be if I was in Merc's position, I'm completely content with life. I get to do what I love. Like that's exactly like Merc is exactly what I want to be. Like I just want to have a place to myself. I can make my videos, fucking fuck around, make music, and then I got like a wife that has something that she enjoys, and she does that for a living.
Yeah, I don't need to be Kaisen that with like 100K subs on Twitch or anything. Like, just give me fucking, you know.
Like, I also haven't watched him in like probably like a fucking decade or half a decade or something. Like, I honestly thought that like bro fucking fell off. Like he didn't like die, but like I just thought like he stopped like uploading a while ago. I didn't know he still was out here doing that shit.
Well, I also look at it from the perspective of like, you got to remember, like he had a lot of people in his friend group that really made that content like bigger than it already was.
Yeah, that's true.
People move away, or people come and go in your life over as time goes on. And like, listen, you'll be very lucky if you have the same like 5 people around you to fucking goof around on video games.
Yeah,
it's inevitable. Someone's gonna like drift away for a little bit, or you're not gonna see him as much anymore. So like, to me, I don't think Merc fell off. I genuinely think Merc just like had his heyday, had his high point, and then he's just doing what he loves now.
Yeah.
And sure, he does occasionally have that lightning in a bottle where it actually pops and gets some serious like views, but he still has people watching him. He still has people supporting him.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, I mean, I'm sure he's not complaining. So
yeah, he's like Jeff.
Like yeah, Jev's the fucking goat, dude.
Yeah, Jev makes the same exact content, but like he's just such a he's just a good dude.
Didn't let the fucking sub count change him. Didn't let the money change him. Where like you see like a lot of the FaZe guys just went down the complete opposite path.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you mean scammers? You know, they don't play video games anymore. They just make crypto coins and fucking
motherfuckers had
the
the audacity to be like, FaZe is back, Banks is in charge. In the meantime, all I'm hearing Banks talk about is crypto like shit, and the whole time I'm like, this isn't gonna end well. How does no one see that this dude's obsession with crypto is gonna be his downfall and the downfall of FaZe? And then lo and behold, he fucking scams some people.
I cannot stress this to you enough. If you for 1 second see your favorite YouTuber that probably hasn't had like any sort of relevancy or big moment in like 5 or 6 years come out with a cryptocurrency and you fall for that shit, it's kind of on you, and you're proving Darwin's theories correct. You should seriously think twice about that decision and maybe think about for a second, what the fuck is that guy doing? This is why I'm so critical of content creators nowadays, especially big ones, because dude, I remember like I fucking hate gambling. I despise it. I like don't get me wrong. Will I fucking gamble in a video game? Of course I will, but I'm never going to try gambling my own money.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'll give you a story. Back in the day, I played a lot of CSGO, but I was not good at it. But I had money. I had some money for skins. So what I do? The infamous Olaf Meister match versus Team LDLC on Overpass. I bet, dude, I was one of the few souls on CSGO Lounge, if I remember correctly, that actually bet that Fnatic would win. They came back and won, and I won like 2 bands, like $2,000, couple knives, fucking ops. Dude, I bet I didn't cash it out. I decided to bet on Cloud9. I don't remember who the fuck they were playing, but they dropped the game to them, and I lost everything. And dude, I about became the Unabomber right there. I was like 16, and like I felt levels of rage. Genuinely, I don't think I've ever been that angry in my life since. Like I've been pretty mad, but I don't think I've ever been that mad since. Like it takes a lot to really send me over the edge, bro. And again, I hate gambling because it's just like you're always gonna fucking lose in the end. You can win big once, but guess what, motherfucker? You're going to lose if you keep doing it. I don't care if I pull that fucking slot machine arm once. If I win a mill, I'm leaving. I'm never doing it again.
Yeah.
And it angers me to no end when I see all of these fucking content creators that are like FaZe Swag. Back to him. Guess what? He's got a fucking rain bet he's got a rain bet tag in his fucking Twitter bio.
I'm so glad you brought up rain bet because every like
They're
Instagram
everywhere.
creator that I see,
cancer.
it's like they're doing skits. These people that I get fed on Instagram, and then they're just going up to someone like, "Oh, you ever try out rain bet?" And I'm like, "Bro, how many times are you gonna try to shove this gambling shit down my fucking throat, dude?"
Yeah, I absolutely loathe it. And listen, this ain't nothing new. It's just that social media has gotten so big now that it's just pervasive. Does anyone remember TmarTn and fucking Syndicate?
Yep.
Like, listen, I was a Syndicate guy, and though I wasn't like a hardcore hater of them afterward, I like as time went on, I kind of forgave Syndicate for that because like I did kind of like him. I thought he was like cool. Dude, every time I saw TmarTn's face, I got mad. There was just something about his fucking demeanor that just pissed me off. And when he got hit with that fucking allegations of running a gambling website and rigging videos for himself, instantly all my hate was justified. I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, and I mean,
oh, dude,
I know people have come out and like accused Syndicate of like faking some of his like his zombies runs and shit, and I don't want to get too deep into the weeds on it, but I feel like he's so far removed from it. I'm just gonna give him a pass, man. He's doing vlogs with his family now, like he's not even in the scene anymore.
Dude, the shit is so old now. Like the only reason I don't forgive TmarTn for that shit is because he legitimately took like a fuck ton of money from people.
Yeah.
Like, it's on video. Like, he literally was fucking rigging the website in his favor. Was Syndicate doing it? Probably. But, like, again, what I was going to say about TmarTn, like, you know those people, like, that biological thing that every person, like, some people have where, like, they can just detect a psychopath just by looking at them?
I think I've heard about that.
Yeah, I think that was like, I think I have that ability because I think that happened when I seen TmarTn's face, bro. I think I looked at his eyes and was like, those are the eyes of a psychopath that wants to have power over me. Like,
I mean, it's crazy.
Dude, I've seen.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I've seen a lot of creators over the years where I'm just like, why the fuck do we allow people like I still cannot get over just how dog shit Kick and Twitch is.
Yeah.
There's some of the worst platforms I've ever. I cannot stress this to you enough. if I could go to another website to make my content and upload it, I would fucking do it in a heartbeat. But YouTube quite literally has a monopoly over this shit. There is literally no other website that is the size of YouTube. The only way we will ever see one compete with it is, technically, I guess you could say something does compete with it. It's fucking TikTok and all those places. But
yeah,
YouTube was kind of like one of the first places where you could just upload videos freely. And there's not many other places nowadays that do it.
Yeah, and I feel like with creators of all sizes, like it's not even when people get a lot of power or like a lot of fame. Like I'll see medium-sized creators where I'm like, how has this already gone to your head where you think you're so much bigger than you actually are? You think you're such a big deal, but like with just this new generation of content creators, it's obviously like it's young kids. It's like I don't fucking understand these jits out here in the streets running around doing all their fucking 6'7" bullshit. But like when I look at the new phase guys like Ron and Lacey, I'm like, who fucking watches these guys? This shit is some of the worst, least entertaining bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Just running back like across their multi-million-dollar mansion room to room trying to get clips and people's reactions to shit. I'm like, who has a fucking attention span for this shit, dude? It's so bad.
Streaming went from just, hey, I'm sitting here playing League of Legends. What's up, guys? With like 10 people watching, to I need 30,000 people to watch me fucking walk around my house. Dude, do you guys remember garbage streaming or trash streaming?
I
Can't say that I have.
I remember hearing the phrase, but I don't remember exactly what it was.
Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. I had someone fucking text me.
Oh, you're good.
Forgive me. What were we talking about?
You asked us if we ever heard of garbage streaming or trash streaming.
So, garbage or trash streaming was just like, it was like trash TV. It was basically just fucking Jerry Springer, like that kind of shit.
Oh, okay.
So like the sci-fi
Like,
channel back in the day?
No, not like that. It was just like fucking human garbage, just streaming, just doing awful shit. Like, who is it? I can't remember. I think this was like a moment when Twitch like started cracking down on it.
Was it like Ice Poseidon starting to do his like IRL shit?
No, it was like no, it was a Russian streamer like fucking, I think he like beat his girl and then left her out in the cold and she fucking died.
What the fuck? What?
I don't know if it was on Twitch, but I know it was a live streamer in Russia. Like, it was fucking nuts.
God damn.
I think it even got Moist Critical talking about it. It was a while ago. But we're seeing that come back now. But it's not shit like that. They're disguising it as IRL streaming and they're just walking around places. Like, dude, I don't hate on IShowSpeed because like I think he is like a genuine dude. I think he is entertaining. I think he's funny. But like I could not do that. I for real could not for the life of me walk around with a camera on me 24/7. I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm too embarrassed to even go out in public by myself. What makes you think I'm gonna attach a camera to me?
Like, it's one thing if there's cameras around and they see and they get you on tape. That's one thing. Like, if I don't know, let's say hypothetically speaking, I'm out with my buddies playing basketball. There's some motherfuckers there like, hey, is that fucking fat retard from YouTube that makes videos? Let's film him playing basketball. Like, okay, whatever, fine, you can fucking film me. I don't care. But like, I'm not about to be like, hey, we're gonna go for a drive and then I crash my fucking car like a dumbass. This is why I hate. Listen, this all leads up to what I'm saying about Kick. I genuinely think it's a money laundering scheme.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
It's a cesspit for like the worst of the worst people.
Yeah. Like every fucking stream fail I see, there's always a fucking Kick logo in there. This is why this is why I hope MatPat like can actually get something passed in US legislation. If you didn't know, MatPat from Game Theory is a US politician now.
Did he actually like win the election he was going for? Or?
Hopefully we get legislation that allows me to make money from YouTube again. and also ban fucking trash streaming for a second time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not going to see any change for the better for these places until, as much as I hate to say it, government regulation comes in. I'm not talking like censorship. I mean, basically the government having to say, hey, these people are quite literally keeping the lights on for you, so why don't you help keep their fucking lights on?
Yeah, I mean, we what was it, 2 episodes ago, I think, me and Dave were talking about some of the layoffs that have been happening recently around gaming due to AI and how we think that's affecting it. And like the fact that legislators are so unwilling, which obviously like they're all lobbying for big companies, they're all getting their pockets lined, like, you know, obviously that's a thing, but just the fact that there's like seemingly no one either standing up or no one willing to give them like the megaphone to get their message out there saying, hey, like, this is why we need regulations. Because I feel like every citizen just sitting in their house is like seeing the writing on the wall, but it's like Washington is just doing absolutely nothing.
Well, you gotta I will say this, you gotta remember the people that are speaking about it are not the majority. There is still a silent majority that do pay attention to this stuff and will, like, they'll make an effort to speak about it. I try not to be like pessimistic about things, because the second we start being like that is the second we just start like, well, I guess we better accept reality and just let our corporate overlords take over. Like, no, like there's a lot more of us than there are of them. You know what happened to Mussolini after like literally everybody fucking hated him?
Yeah,
they strung him up and his mistress.
Yeah, put him on a motherfucking Christmas tree.
You know how much you got to be hated for your fucking side hoe to get hung up next to you.
Not even the main bitch.
You gotta be next fucking level, bro.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm surprised Hitler's girl didn't kill herself. Like, who am I kidding? We all know Eva Braun escaped to fucking Argentina.
Oh yeah, bro. Big bro was chilling down there. You already know. it's like, with all this shit. I remember, like, sidebar, when I was in middle school, I was super into conspiracies and JFK. I remember looking into like this weather monitoring station in Alaska, and there was like theories that they were manipulating the weather. And
big into the fucking JFK conspiracy, bro. He's fucking told me about it so many times. I'm just over here like,
and
I'm at so. This is where you're gonna. This is where I'm gonna like freak you out, because I'm basically gonna sound like Wendigoon right here. But being someone from the Appalachian region, I am obsessed with cryptids and like UFOs. In my youth, I grew up watching fucking Lost Tapes and Monster Quest and UFO hunters.
Same,
like,
bro. Lost Tapes scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid, bro.
The werewolf episode is still unironically like brilliant. It's such a funny and like so bad it's brilliant writing.
For
like
me, it was the Jersey Devil that was like the peak one for me.
Dude, the pregnant woman walking out with a fucking 2x4 in the Jersey Devil. It's like, I think my water broke. Yeah, no shit, you dumb fuck. You just picked up a fucking 3-foot-long 2x4 and smacked the demon with it. Oh god, dude. The one that used to scare the fuck out of me though was the vampire episode, when they had that fucking pest control guy come in and he's like, what the fuck is that in the nest? And then you see the eyes open. Dude, that for real used to scare the dog shit out of me. And then the dad just becomes the hero, like, oh, he's breaking through the door, grabs a steak and starts fucking shanking it to death. Oh my god, what a good show. It's a shame that it got canned. I swear, this is like one of those moments where it's like not a Mandela effect, but more like a false memory. I think it was like a cryptozoologist on there. For the longest time, I thought it was Zach Galifianakis. I'm not even playing. I think it was like the old dude with like a gray hair and gray beard, and like I know it looked nothing like him.
Yeah, the Appalachian Mountains just have always kind of like I live in fucking Illinois, I'm a Midwest boy. Like, I'm not, necessarily super close to Appalachia, but it's always freaked me out to where I'm like, literally, like, those moments where you're just laying in bed at night, staring at the ceiling and you can't sleep. I'm like, how many of those missing people in Appalachia just wandered into caves and were never seen again? I'm like, I was start fucking thinking about shit.
So, like, there are UFO sightings around here. I've seen UFOs. I have a friend who has an insane story with a UFO. He used to, his bed used to face the window, like the foot, so he could look out of it, and he'd be playing on his iPod, and there would be an orange light just hovering over the tree line, and it wouldn't fucking go away. It looked like a street light, but there was no street light there.
That's so fucking creepy.
And it would just watch him the whole time he was on his iPod, and the second he fucking turned the screen off and put it on the charger, it fucking zipped up and was gone the rest of the night.
Damn, that's fucking
yeah.
I don't like that.
I had an experience when I was like 9. Goddamn. I'm the only one with this story because my grandpa's dead now, so I'm the only one that can tell it. But we were picking mushrooms and turkey hunting. Like, he said we were turkey hunting. We were just picking fucking mushrooms. That's all we were doing. But it was like spring break 2009. Like, we've been going to other places. This is like southern Kentucky. So this is like border of Tennessee, and it is like bumfuck nowhere. Like, if you get lost, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, it is
really
that
my fucking peoples, bro.
Like, I don't I don't live there now. Like, I've been there. It's beautiful, but fuck, dude.
Because whenever up until I was like 14, I lived like northern Kentucky, like right on the fucking border of like Illinois or Indiana.
Wait, which city?
And, fuck. I think it was literally just the one right up north of or just south of Evansville.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't know that.
Yeah, Evansville was like right on like the border of Tennessee, and I used to live like right there.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you said Indiana. But what happened was, I was walking to me and my grandpa were like, we were like far apart, but like we could still see each other if we needed to.
Yeah.
And I was walking, and it wasn't like a clearing, but like the trees were even more spaced out than they were, and it was like in a circle, and there was a fucking tree in the middle. And I'm not kidding, it was about 7 feet high. There were sticks that were leaned into it and wrapped around like a teepee.
Ooh.
And there was a fucking like small hole that at like young me at that time could have easily crawled into. Bro, I'm walking towards this. Yeah, I'm walking towards it. And all of a sudden everything gets real
fucking survival instinct.
Anyway, I was walking towards this thing, and everything gets real fucking quiet. Like, this is how you know shit's going. Yeah, shit's about to go down. Like, you stop hearing the rustling of leaves and wind.
Oh, bro, when shit gets silent in the woods, bro. When shit gets silent. Oh,
yeah.
If you don't hear any animals in the woods, bro, you're fucking cooked.
Anyway, I feel a fucking hand on my shoulder. It's my grandfather. He spins me around and he says, "Get to the ATV, we're leaving."
Oh.
And like, it's not just like we're walking back, like he is pushing me and telling me to run.
Oh, so, fuck.
I get on the ATV, we go back home. It's like a 25 mile fucking ride. And for the keep in mind, this is like different county now. For the rest of my week there for spring break, I am not allowed out of the house at night. I am not allowed out of the house if there's no one outside with me. Ooh. I am not allowed behind the house, period. I have to be in view of a window. And finally, at night, he had like fucking 10 dogs, all right? Fucking 4 of them were in my room, and they were the meanest fucking dogs in the world, so I couldn't even touch them. like 2 or 3 of them stayed in his room with the guns, and then outside he had a hunting dog named Rocky, and this motherfucker was literally 6 feet tall, standing on his hind legs. He was big. And he had to keep him in a kennel because like he was a very aggressive hunting dog. He had to lock that dog in the fucking dog house for the night. And he did that the whole week. I have no fucking clue why he started doing that. Like, I didn't think much of what just happened. I was just like, okay, that's weird. Did you like, I'm thinking like, did he see a bear or something? But I started researching Missing 411 like a couple years ago, and it made me think like, damn, did I almost just become like a case in that? Like, to be fair, there's like this whole speculation from Lore Lodge about David Paulides possibly like not being completely truthful about the shit he puts out, which after reading into it and listening to what they said, I was like, okay, I kind of see why.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I've ever had an experience like that.
I can't say that I have either, but
I mean, have you ever
horrifying.
Have you ever like experienced any like cryptid kind of situation firsthand, or
me? No. I won't sit here and say that I have. Like I haven't. Like when I was a teenager, I used to say all sorts of dumb shit because like when I left my hometown and moved to like a new county and a new school, like I had no friends. So like I was just making shit up just to see if it'd get me some friends, like straight up. Like
bullshit your way into some friends, bro. I felt that.
Like you can ask like if I brought my 2 buddies on here, they could tell you some of the most insane fucking lore. Like at one point in middle school, I was telling people I was a sponsored skateboarder, like sponsored by DC and shit. Like I was fucking off the goop. Like I'm not kidding. I went as far as to steal a DC hat from my buddy, which didn't even fit. The thing looked like I was like one of those medieval like torture caps where it like squeezes your skull till your fucking eyes pop out. It's like that tight. And then I went to the public library and printed out a fucking contract that was apparently like signed by Rob Dyrdek saying, you are officially a member of the DC skateboarding team.
Oh god, I mean, did they at least believe it?
No, they didn't. What the fuck?
Damn.
It's a fucking public school with like 1,200 people in it. They ain't believing any of that bullshit.
Oh man. Have you ever, because obviously you're interested in Appalachia, have you ever seen the greatest monster hunting show of all time, Mountain Monsters?
God damn it. They don't.
It's
peak television.
Listen, they're funny.
Bro, I
recently got into it. They are so
watching it.
I don't watch that stuff anymore, but I will recognize game. They are fucking hilarious. But man, they make my listen. I understand the pain the Indians have gone through since that Tyler Oliveira videos dropped. They've made hillbillies and hicks that I come from look like fools. I know motherfuckers that are like, yeah, I don't know because so and so happened. Like, I know motherfuckers like that.
Ugh.
Well, you never run into the Yahoo or the Thunder Brothers? Bro, some of the go ahead, sorry.
I was like, you ever heard of a Yahoo? It made me think of like a joke I wrote when I was like fucking 19. It's like, you ever have a Ric Flair fart?
I can't say that I have.
You know what a Ric Flair fart is? It's one of those farts you get a whiff and you're like, ooh.
Oh my goodness. But I mean, I could see why you weren't a big fan of Mountain Monsters because you know it is kind of dogging your people a little bit.
No, I really am not bothered by it at all. Like, listen, I'm a city watch tick. Like, I grew up in like a rural town, but it was also a fucking big town.
Mm.
But what was I trying to say? I I never took offense to people making fun of rednecks or any type of shit like that because, like, dude, I went to a public school and I ran into me the people I always like made fun of in my head were the people that acted like country kids or like hicks or rednecks and they lived in a fucking subdivision. Like I see so many guys like that. They'd be like, yeah, I'm fucking going deer hunting. They got like a lifted truck or some shit. And I'm like, bro, you live in a fucking subdivision. Like, does your HOA even allow you to have that fucking thing?
Walk around in boots with Carhartt on.
I swear. We had one guy, he said he once killed like 6 deer with 1 arrow. And I was like, oh my God. And I thought I was fucking dumb. I remember we, oh, fuck. I got so many fucking stories from high school. Just the most insane shit I've ever heard or ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, high school was a fucking time.
Some stories of like me saying some fucking deplorable shit back in the day.
I mean, Waylon, I don't know how much time you have. Would you want to do a couple Reddit stories, or do you think you gotta head out of here?
I'm probably gonna have to head out of here, especially because if you bring up Reddit, I might burst into flames.
That's fair. That's fair.
I do appreciate you having me on, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
you were an absolute hoot, brother.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if you ever want to come on again, I mean, we'd love to have you on. We appreciate you coming on. You know, obviously you didn't have to, so thank you for giving us a chance and coming on. But I suppose with that being said, we'll call it an episode there. Uninstalled podcast episode 6.